morning, guys. Let's start the vlog today. Here, it's my 6th day in Tokyo, and I had the best luck ever. I am in Tokyo during the anniversary sale of Amore Vintage, which is the most iconic vintage store in Tokyo, I think. And so there's 20% off of everything plus a tax-free. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna show you what they have, and maybe I'm gonna show you what I get if I'm lucky. So here I am arriving at Amore Vintage about half an hour before the opening, and as you can see, there were a lot of people waiting already. When the store did open, they didn't just let people in, they let, I think, by 10 or by 20 so that the store is not overpacked. So I had to wait another like 40 or 30 minutes after the store opening until I could get in. Now, the majority of people, as you can see, stayed at the Hermes section, which is easy to understand. There were some absolutely magnificent pieces, a lot of really rare models, a lot of exotic skins. To be fair, I was not willing to get an Hermes bag at that point. One, I didn't want to spend the amount of money, and two, I already have a couple in my collection, so it was not a priority for me. So the rest of the store was literally empty and you could just enjoy it. So after I finished with that store, I went to the other store. They have the second store on the same street, which is dedicated to only Chanel. And girlies, if you're a fan of Chanel, this is the place for you. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. The amount of stuff that they had pretty much like every single color, every single model, at least that I'm aware of, that you could even dream about. But I have to say that the most exciting pieces were very expensive. They were just almost nearly as expensive as you would get them brand new in the boutique. So I don't know if that's your priority. It wasn't a priority for me. Again, didn't want to spend that money. And then I went down into the ready-to-wear section, which honestly didn't really impress me personally. I believe the pret-a-porter was a bit overpriced. And yeah, my shopping spree was done. The prices. The offer was actually very, very interesting. So on top of the usual D-tax, which you would get, which is 10% off, right? Which is the tax you get if you're a tourist. You would also get 20%. It's more like you would get 20% discount from their anniversary sale, and on top of that, you would get 10% discount on D-tax, which at the end made it such an interesting price. Maybe I did make a mistake of not buying Hermes, but to be honest, I'm a little bit on the fence about their unpleasant shopping experience. And I already own a Birkin and a Kelly, so it's all right. I decided to go with something else. So I decided to stay calm and only get a few items that I loved. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so the first item that I want to show you is from Dior. Obviously, you would not get a box or anything like this, but I got the dust bag. And this is the first item that I want to show you. Ta-da! So this is a vintage mini Dior in ostrich skin in dark brown color. Honestly, I think that the state of this bag is, I would say, almost immaculate. There's a bit of like puffing here, but it's mostly because it's empty. When it gets full, it expands and there's no more lines. The only negative thing about this bag was that it comes without a strap, and it's probably just lost. So normally I think you're supposed to get a strap, but it was not a deal breaker for me. This is how it looks like. It has a zipper pocket inside, and I don't know the year. I don't have any specifications. I just know that it's a vintage Dior from ostrich skin. And the price on this one, I think, was really, really good. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to know the prices, because I'm not sure if I should put it online, but just for your idea, it was really, really, really good. So that's the first item I got, and I'm very happy about. Actually, I already worn it a number of times, and I think this bag, I went to the Dior store the other day in Paris, and I saw, I would say, almost an identical bag for 7,000 or 8,000 euros. It was a size up, and the brown color was a little bit lighter. This was the only difference, I would say. My second item that I got comes from Fendi. So I've had a Fendi baguette on my wish list for a very long time, and I wanted to get it secondhand, and I wanted to find a good deal on it. But to be honest, I was not impressed by the choices in Amore. It was just, I think, a little bit expensive and nothing special. I guess they had like a classic Fendi baguette, but I think that the price wasn't that interesting, let's say, compared to Dior and other brands. So I got this one instead. Oh no, that's the front. Which is a vintage Fendi baguette. Unfortunately, in fur was my choice, but it is a vintage bag, so it is kind of recycling what it has already been worn and has already been made. So I kind of justified it in my head having a fur Fendi, and it has this lizard handle stripe. Is it a stripe, right? So that's okay, guys, now I'm really doubting my decisions to buy this bag. Please let me know if you think it's appropriate to wear something like this and whether you would feel comfortable wearing it. I'm really hesitating. Your opinion would be very helpful. Thank you. That's the Fendi baguette, and let me fill it up a little bit for you so you would know how it looks like when it's a little bit fuller. But I think it's such a cute little baggie, and you wouldn't just find it anywhere. That's why I liked it so much, is because I thought it was a special piece. And this one was also a good deal, but I think Dior was just the best deal you could get. So that's the purchase. That's all I got from Amore, and probably only because I wanted to get some jewelry in Japan, so I wanted to save money for that. Otherwise I would go so much more wilder in my shopping experience in Amore. But this is it. Let me know what you think down below about my purchases. Let me know what you think about the fact that I didn't opt for Hermes like everyone else did. There was literally like a line of people there. And I didn't get any Chanel's either, even though some prices were very interesting as well. But yes, let me know what you think about my purchases. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell. And I'll see you next week. Bye.